Hello there, glad you could join us for another edition of Channels Beam on Channels Television. I'm Victor Matthias. Thank you for joining us today. Now, after being dared by the opposition People's Democratic Party, the PDP, as well as being put under pressure by Nigerians, the All Progressive Congress-led government released the list of persons alleged to have looted the nation's treasury during the 16-year rule of the People's Democratic Party. This development, however, has been criticized and hailed by Nigerians, and that will be our focus on the program today. But let's first make a detour and look at what made the trends in the past week.
Nigerians entered a mourning and praying mood after an armed robbery attack left some people, including policemen, dead during a robbery operation in the town. Reports say at least 4 police officers were gunned down during the robbery operation, while 6 other residents and bank customers in the town were also said to have been killed in the operation, which lasted for more than 1 hour. The revelation that a certain number of candidates registered for the 2018 Common Entrance Examinations in Zamfara State got Nigerian Twitterati talking. While some complained of how low the number is, others wondered why the enrollment rate is minimal and called on the government to ensure a higher enrollment rate next time out.
Well, there you go. Those were the trends in the past week. But joining us to look at the topic of the day in the studio with us is Tosin Adeda, the publisher of Tosin Adeda Media. Thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you very much.
And we also have joining us on the Google Plus Hangout, Bede Chukwuekeze, who joins us from Hartfield in London. Bede, it's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you're welcome. And we also have Seun Jeffrey, who joins us from Osogbo in Osun State. Thank you for joining us as well. Well, I guess the internet has kind of put us under Seun's being part of this program, but I guess we'll get to meet him along the line as the program goes on. But let me just come back to you. There's been a lot of commentary since the federal government released a list, allegedly, of looters, of people who looted the treasury during the 16-year rule of the People's Democratic Party. What do you think of this development?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say that I think it's more of a game between the APC and the PDP. You know, initially there was this talk from the government, especially by the vice president, where he was emphatic that funds spent some few weeks to the 2015 elections was almost as the same amount as the funds spent on power, works, housing, agriculture, and transportation. So that did not sit down well with the PDP. And because they, remember a few weeks ago, they tendered an apology to Nigerians because the elections are forthcoming and they are hoping that they will find a way back into the hearts of Nigerians. So such statements by the government did not sit down well with them. So they decided to dare the APC that if you are so sure of what you are saying, then tell Nigerians if you are so sure. And the APC also, because, I mean, it's a game and it's politics, they decided to put out a list also of looters.
So you think it's just a game?
It's a game for the parties, but for Nigerians, I would like Nigerians to see it as a first step in getting
What belongs to
justice,
them or just-
justice
Okay.
from those who have stolen. And if you check,
Allegedly.
allegedly, but if you check through the lists, you will see that some of the names there are already having their time in court. So allegedly, yes, but some of them are already facing time in court, while some are not yet facing. And for some that are already in court, some funds have been returned, some forfeitures have been made, you get. So I would like for Nigerians to advocate for a proper judgment for these looters. I would not want Nigerians to be lost in the old game of the politics. I would like Nigerians to monitor that list and ensure that and advocate that these people get their times in courts. And if they are found guilty, then they face the judgments.
Well, I'll come back to you again in just a bit. But Bede, let me come to you. I mean, you heard Tosin talk about what he feels of the list. He talked about those who are already in court, who some money is returned, some forfeitures made, but he also believes at the same time that it is just some kind of game that has been played, especially looking at the fact that 2019 elections is just around the corner. But what is your own take on this? Do you think it's a game? Do you think it is a step in the right direction, you know, in trying to get for Nigerians justice, as Tosin has said?
I think it's absolute nonsense. It is a show of a high level of unseriousness on the part of the government. Let me tell you, if they want to be serious with Nigerians, we are in a democracy. You cannot say that somebody is a thief unless pronounced so by the court of competent jurisdiction. If we go by those who have been alleged to have stolen, then Buhari's name should be the first there. He was alleged to have stolen 2-point-something billion naira in 1976. He was alleged to have stolen a lot of money when he was in charge of PTDF. What of Amechi? What of Fashola, Fayemi, Magu, Burutai, Baru, and the Babacha Lawa that they was alleged to have used 270 million naira made for the IDP to go and cut grass. So as far as I'm concerned, it is just a show of shame by the ruling party. I feel that after watching that list and all the commentaries, I feel we are just lapsing into a kakistocratic form of government. There is nothing good about the list. Where we want to see the list is in the court. And after the court processes have been exhausted, we want to either see them acquitted or condemned. And why are they limiting the probe on last administration? Corruption started in Nigeria as early as 1960s. So what are we? This is. Let me tell you, Victor. We should start taking leadership seriously in Nigeria. Nigeria is not about PDP and APC. Of course, you know that less than 20% of Nigerians voted in the last election. And we know that the card-carrying members of PDP and APC do not make up to 10% of Nigeria.
All right, Bill, just
so
hold
they
it there
should
for a
stop
bit.
playing games with us.